altogether change to ah or ah. And if there is no syllable before it, it's going to just change to ah. If there's an o or an ah in the last syllable, it's going to change to ah. However, I only have two examples that I can think of that change ah to ah, and they both happen to be verbs that don't have one right here, don't have a syllable before it. So 쓰다 turns to 써요, 크다 turns to 커요, right? To be big, to write, to use. Verbs ending in piep are very interesting. They're going to drop piep, then add u, and that u will then turn to wa. Okay, because remember, if it was just an u on its own, it's going to need to add a. So what's it going to do? It's just going to write it right here. Okay. If it's one syllable that has o or a, which is really rare, you're talking about extremely rare, then it's going to add o, which turns into wa. For example, I have the only example that I can think of this one at the bottom, and that's 돕다, to help, will turn to 도와요. 춥다, to be cold, is like the ones up here, and the majority of these, which is going to be 추워요. It loses piep, it's going to take an u, then 아요. 추워요. Now, I think this is the last page of them, so be happy. Verbs ending in tiget, replace it with real, except 믿다, 닫다, 얻다, and 받다. So, 듣다, to listen, will become 들어요. However, 닫다 is just going to be 닫아요. Remember, see, there's an a here, so it's going to be 닫아요. Some verbs ending in 시옷, not all of them, drop it, but still pretends it's still there, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Natta, putta, and chitta are the ones that you're going to really be working with a lot, that are going to act like this. So, natta becomes nayo, so it's just going to add another a. Putta will be puayo. Chitta, chiayo. And some verbs ending in hiit, a lot of them that are descriptive verbs, are going to drop hiit and change the vowel to e. I don't know where that comes from, except hayata, which is going to be hayeyo. Hayeyo. An example of this, a really good example, is 그렇다, which is to be like that, and it will change to 그래요. So here I have some practice now. 안녕하세요, how are you? You read the newspaper. 신문을 읽으세요. Remember, it's about you. You is doing the action, so we're trying to be polite with 읽으세요. Are you eating the apple? 사과를 먹으세요. So again, you. 사과를 먹으세요. So this is apple, and this is eat. 먹으세요. 수미 Kim, so 김수미. 씨는 빨리 쓰세요. 빨리 is quickly. 쓰세요 is writing in this tense. 한지원 씨는 책을 많이 사세요? Is 한지원 buying a lot of books? So here's 책을, this is books. 많이 is a lot, and 사세요 is to buy. 한지원 씨는 책을 많이 사세요? So now we're continuing with the 세요s. And does your girlfriend give you that? Does your friend, sorry, I don't know where girl came from. Ooh. Does your friend give you that? 친구는 그것을 주세요? 친구는 그것을 주세요? They meet your parents, or the reverse. Your parents meet them. 부모님은 만나세요. Is 수정한 talking? So 부모님 is parents. Is 수정한 talking? 한수정 씨는 말하세요? Is 총각 Kim sleeping? 김종학 씨는 자세요? Is Adam selling rice? So here's rice, here's Adam, and here's to sell. 아담 씨는 아담 씨는 밥을 파세요? So 팔다 is irregular in the 팔다 is irregular, and it's just gonna drop real in its honorific base and go to pashi, which turns to passe, and then add io. Alright? And so some examples of the regular versions, which is 나는 아름입니다. 나는 아름이에요. I'm Adam. 나는 아름이에요. I'm eating. 밥 먹어요. 밥 먹어요. Alright, listen to that song. Now this is rude. You should be using the what's it called? Sorry, the honorific base. But this is from an earlier lesson. I just took these and changed up the endings. So 노래를 들어요. 노래를 들어요. Are you listening to that song? there should be honorifics here, okay? Honorifics are key. So in honorifics, that'll be 노래를 들으세요. 노래를 들으세요. Okay? Now I'm meeting your friend. A friend. 친구를 만나요. 친구를 만나요. 친구 is a friend. 수진 씨는 술을 또 마시세요? Is Sujin drinking again? 수진 씨는 술을 또 마시세요? And that's honorific, so that's good. This is a nice sentence. Now here I have 나는 개가 있어요. So I have a dog. Here's dog exist. 나는 개가 있어요. So I dog exist. So I have a dog. Is the school really big? School big and very is 아주. 학교는 아주 커요. That's not an apple. 사과가 아니에요. So that's an apple. Oops. 그녀 she 많이 a lot 일하다 to work. 그녀는 많이 하세요. 수정 is buying the book. So here's book, here's to buy, here's 수정. 수정 씨는 책을 사세요? Or 수정 씨는 책을 샀어요. Remember, voice stays down for a sentence, rises up for a question. So as I said in a question, it would be 수정 씨는 책을 사세요? Or as a statement, 수정 씨는 책을 사세요. So practice. How do you form honorifics in this form? Well, how do you put honorifics in this form? What is the official honorific infinitive? I mentioned it a little star at the bottom. But the real thing I want to know is, do you know how to put honorifics in this form and use them properly? How do you form the regular infinitive plus yo? List all the irregulars, which there were a ton, and give an example for each, as I did for you. Which was a higher formality, 피읍, 니다, or 어아요? When would you use each? So this, I really want you to distinguish. You know, if you're confused, leave a comment and I'll try to clarify it for you. I really want to make sure you know the irregulars. There were a lot. Make sure you know them. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.